everybody, I'm Cantonese Cat. Everybody, Cantonese Cat here. Gonna make a really quick video, just want to get this off my chest. A lot of people seem to be interested in what I have to say. I don't know why, but here it goes. Weekly chart of GME. I'm gonna put up the Bollinger Band here. There's a lot of similarities in terms of what's happening right now compared to what happened over here, right? I just want to kind of show you what I mean by that. You have a couple things. One is you have the Bollinger Band starting to kind of expand, and you have three really green candles back to back. Generally, if it touches, you generally call these like three white soldiers. It's getting ready for a big move, kind of like it did over here, right? You also have price kind of got down over here and got back above and touched up a Bollinger Band here, allowing expansion of a Bollinger Band. During the entire process, you have increase in whale accumulation, right? You have increase in whale accumulation. Whenever you have like no green left, basically means like there's no retail. It might end up setting up a move that's going to be pretty powerful moving forward. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be any volatility. It can still end up, having some, nothing goes up in a straight line, right? But you can still end up having some pretty, significant moves, like a lot of volatility that could happen. The last time, it just simply wasn't sustainable because price just went all the way up here to the 60s. And it's just way outside of the Bollinger Band on the weekly, and there's no way that this was sustainable. So it basically just kind of fell back down, consolidated sideways here. This is a higher high compared to all these highs over here. And over here, this is a higher low, right? Compared to this low over here. So overall, it's a bull trend. Whale accumulation is coming in. Very little retail, actually, for some reason. That's being shown here. This is a very, very bullish trend. Whenever you have Bollinger Band squeeze like this, that tells you that bigger move is about to come. And the fact that price is currently up above and riding up along the upper Bollinger Band is suggesting that most likely price is going to end up going upwards. Looking at the daily chart, you can see something very similar. You can see that this is a very, very impulsive move up. Now, again, nothing ever moves up in a straight line. Does it bother me that currently the daily is like way outside the upper Bollinger Band? No. This is GME. I don't care, right? I mean, GME can stay outside upper Bollinger Band for a very, very long time if it wants to. The Bollinger Band is expanding. Bull trend is really starting to kind of build up here. It's getting pretty powerful. You can see that this huge increase in whale accumulation here has not really happened ever since this big giant move over here, right? Currently, there's really like no green left. There's no retail. There's something that's very, very powerful that's building up, and there might be something that's quite powerful that could come. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here on the daily chart here too. And the Bollinger Band has been just squeezing hard and hard and hard. It just looks like it's getting ready to expand, I think that it might end up surprising people. I don't know when exactly it's going to happen, but it really does look like it's going to happen soon. The other thing to also look at, if you look at the monthly chart here, and I'm going to go ahead and do this, you can see that, sorry, it's a little bit busy. I'm just going to basically delete the Gann chart that I have here. You have a Fibonacci retracement that you can see here. There are really three very important levels. I'm going to get rid of a lot of this that might not be that relevant. I'm going to basically just focusing on three Fibonacci levels. The first one is going to be the 0.382. Whenever you break above the 0.382, generally price likes to gravitate to the 0.618. And if you break above the 0.786, that's when you're talking about things getting really, really bullish, right? If you break out 0.76, you can potentially push for all-time high and more. It could reach some crazy targets depending on how impulsive the bull market becomes, right? Currently, the logarithmic Fibonacci level is at 1.6 is at $564.72. Do I think price is going to end up pushing up and make a 20x from here? I don't know, right? I really don't know. The very fact that is that so far this month, November, has been pretty bullish for a lot of stocks. You have a really like a trident bottom over here. There's a lot of demand underneath. There's a lot of people kind of accumulating GME behind the scenes here. And currently, for the month of November, is piercing so far, in just a week and a half, piercing through the 0.382. It looks like it wants to gravitate back up to the 0.618 here in a short term. And because if you're able to really break above this, maybe do a little bit of a back test, then the next level, the path of least resistance is going to be back at the 0.618 where it got rejected here last time, right? And I just think that's building enough energy that is probably going to end up doing that relatively soon. I don't know when exactly that's going to be. Putting up the Gann chart here again. Let me see. I'm going to bring out all these fib levels back and bring the Gann back here. Getting rid of the Gann here. It didn't really come back down to these lower levels because it was being held up by the weekly Ichimoku cloud. Actually, it was mostly being held up by the Tsubishi cloud. It's just been, breaking through the Tsubishi cloud here on the weekly on high volume, and is able to kind of backtest on like no volume at all. And right now it looks like it's about to kind of want to break above of it. Going back to the monthly, you can see that the scan here has pretty good market symmetry. I drew this based on 180 and 10. You can see that price has basically just been bouncing down this arc from the top arc here down to the lower part of the arc over here. Did multiple back tests over here, bounced, got back to the top arc over here, got rejected at an angle at arc, which is understandable, pretty strong resistance confluent zone. But right now, like, there's really not much. I think it's going to challenge the arc over here relatively soon, maybe back up to the 30s and 40s, which was just kind of what I was showing you around the same level as the around the same level as the 0.618, right? So I can totally see it kind of challenging up this area over the next couple months. And if it ends up challenging the 0.786, which is also coincidentally going to be this horizontal line over here, then you're talking about hitting the next arc and maybe the next arc after that, right? I don't know whether or not it's going to end up pushing up that far ahead, but I just see that a powerful move is being built up here, and I'm getting pretty excited about it. A couple of things. They're just looking at a higher time frame. Even the higher time frame low Bollinger Band looks bullish. You have flipped the 20-month moving average from resistance here, from negative sloping to support and positive sloping, right? What is transpiring right now is that you're actually finally having a Bollinger Band expansion here on the monthly. And you have multiple touches here, or at least close to multiple touches here on the 20-month moving average. And it looks like price wants to gravitate up to the upper Bollinger Band. It looks like it wants to actually stretch up the Bollinger Band along with it. So it's not that surprising if price ends up, getting to the 30s and 40s in a hurry. That really would not surprise me at all. Overall, this is a bull trend on multiple time frame. Overall, on the lower time frame, even on the daily, I'm going to focus a little bit more on the daily here. This is a pretty nice setup here because you also have this uptrend here on increasing volume. I think that it's important to look at the volume because you see these kind of increasing volume on uptrend here, very, very similar to the beginning of this increasing volume here before the massive move up. There's just a lot of things that are building up that are really making me feel pretty decent about GME moving forward. And that together with just the fact that Dogecoin has pumped a lot, Bitcoin has pumped a lot, you have a lot of the unloved stocks that are just kind of pumping. And I think algorithmically it's getting ready to break the 0.382 and it's going to go up to higher levels, to challenge the higher levels, because that's just basically what price action tends to do in various stocks over time. Anyway, I'm done talking. I'm just gonna keep babbling from here on out. But if you want to watch my higher time frame videos about what I think about GME in general, I have made some previous videos. Please check them out if you like. Anyway, take care. Have a good one. Bye.